Hi everybody. Well, as you know, I'm a gold bug and a silver bug and have been for many years. There's been a big shift in sentiment, shall we say, this last week or two, as gold and silver have certainly taken a big chopping down. Is there a reason to be worried? Well, I guess I'm always on the lookout for signs that are showing me a change, a sea change. I'm noticing some things happening with the banks at the moment. In Austria a couple of weeks ago, some of the banks have announced that they will not allow people to buy gold and silver in excess of 15,000 euros, it's about 20,000 US dollars, without doing it through a bank. So you can't do it anonymously now. You're going to be traceable. That's Austria. Recently, France. France has announced that you can't buy anything more than 450 euros worth of precious metals, and they've included gold and silver in that. Well, $600, that doesn't even buy you half an ounce of gold at today's prices. So you can't pay cash now for gold in France at prices over 450 euros or silver. So only buy you a few ounces of silver. So what does this mean? Well, what I'm seeing that this could mean is that we're being watched. They're trying to take the control, because gold and silver, the ultimate control, you become your own central bank. When you own gold and silver, there's no counterparty, there's no bank, there's nothing in between. So you're in control of your destiny. Now, if banks and governments are now tracing and watching what people are doing and making it more difficult for them to buy gold and silver anonymously, that to me is a potential red flag that down the line, if they ever want to confiscate gold, they'll know who's got the gold and silver and they'll be after you for it, potentially. This is not to be a frightening story. I just think we need to be aware. When Roosevelt confiscated gold in the States in 1933, it's been done before, it can be done again. We're a global community now. Governments are able to act more quickly. The differences between our regimes is reducing over time. So I just think it's important to be aware that that could become a possibility. So what can you do? Well, the first thing to say is, while you live in countries, and it's still not probably been implemented as a law just yet, quite so much maybe in Austria, go out and get your gold and silver while you still can do it anonymously, for those of you that want to. I would suggest maybe storing some precious metals outside of the country in which you live, just to give yourself some other options. I think it's important to be aware of changes in the law in your own country and around the world, just so that you can have a clue as to what to do in advance. I would consider seriously buying some gold and silver now that the price has fallen dramatically. I'm still a gold bug as far as I'm concerned. The fundamentals have not changed, and whether we have deflation or inflation or stagflation or whatever it is, I still believe that gold and silver have got a long way to go. We are not anywhere near at the top of the bull market when gold reaches 2,000 an ounce and silver reaches 50 an ounce. It's going to be a joke. We're going to look back on these times and say, why didn't I go out with a truckload and buy a whole load of precious metals at this time? I do think we've got to watch out for when the man in the street gets really interested in gold and silver and it becomes mainstream. That has got to be your signal for selling. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.